Talking about your Dolphins. Now, it's definitely true that people will overreact to week one. It's also true that week one often spits out some random results that do not necessarily end up translating to the rest of the season. This is why Big Head and I always love week one, but always trip on week one because the data's so limited. You have no idea what you're betting. You have no idea what you're doing. It's great to watch it, but if you have to get down and try and make money on it, it's hard. It's also the case that typically, if you're pressing the panic button after one game, you're panicking way too soon. It's only one game. All that said, it is definitely not too soon to be extremely concerned about the Miami Dolphins. Wiggins. It's not too soon to say that the coach is on the hot seat. It's not too soon to wonder just how bad things can get for the Dolphins this year, even if Mike McDaniel says it can't get any worse. Look, I think most of you know I've always liked Mike. I like that he's different. I like that he's funny. I like that he's quirky. I like that he's not like any other NFL head coach. And I like that when it's clicking, his offense is fun to watch. Problem is, it's been a long time since that offense has been fun to watch or clicking. It's been a long time since anything clicked in Miami. And on Sunday, in week one, after an entire offseason of preparation, the Mike McD offense looked worse than it ever has. Simply put, the Miami Dolphins look like the least prepared and least motivated and least focused team in the league this week. That's not okay. That's why nobody in Miami was really looking for the, quote, good news of the game from Mike McDaniel yesterday, especially not this alleged good news that he was trying to sell.
You know, I would say the good news and the positive is I don't see how it could be worse. And I also believe in, the coaches and players to get it fixed because it wasn't, it's just a shame. It's you work behind the scenes for months on end and you don't show any of it. It's frustrating, but that can be a good thing.
That can be a good thing? You work on end for months and months, and then for week one, you don't show any of it against a team that nobody thinks is going anywhere, but that can be a good thing? That can be positive? Yo, bro. Again, I like you, but your idea of a good thing and my idea of a good thing are really, really different things, bro. The good thing is it can't get any worse. First of all, let me stop you right there. Are you really sure that it can't get any worse? Because I'm really sure it can get worse and probably will. In fact, I know it will. I know it will. You're only 0-1. All right, so there are way worse records than that. That's one way it can get worse. You could be 0-2 or 0-3 or 0-4 or 1-8. It can't get any worse. I'll give you a worse scenario. How about you getting fired? You being fired is worse than 0-1. Am I wrong? How about your porcelain quarterback going down again? That would be worse. Not having Tua would be worse than having Tua. Am I right? Even with Tua, you look like the worst team in the league. But it would be even worse than that. So you look like the worst team in the league with him, but you know what would be worse? Not having him. Any NFL coach saying that the good news is it can't be any worse after the first game of the season against Daniel Jones and the Colts is not good. No, that's below not good.
Below not good.
Dude, you were absolutely hammered and humiliated by a team that nobody thought was going anywhere. It's not like you lined up against the Eagles or the Ravens. You got completely humiliated by the Colts and Danny Nichols. Mike, you're the only one in the world who thinks that that's somehow a good thing. You know what else is a really bad sign? A really bad sign. When other players are openly trashing your franchise quarterback. And not just any other player, but I'm talking about Xavier Howard, a guy who spent his entire career before this season in Miami. So he knows you, and he knows Tua, and he knows that system very, very well. And he still took out his blowtorch, and he did this yesterday.
Most definitely. We knew the guy, he get the ball out pretty quick. And once we take away his first read, I feel like it's panic mode after that. And it showed yesterday, man. We took away his first read, and he was trying to get rid of the ball real quick.
Man, that is brutal. That might not be quite as brutal as calling the guy a sack of potatoes.
Like a sack of potatoes.
But it's not that far off. After we took away his first read, it's panic mode after that. AKA Tua, the one-read QB. I mean, that's something that the lava pigs on the internet say about Tua. But it's something totally different when a former teammate of Tua's is essentially confirming it. Maybe the lava pigs finally got one right. If Xavier and the Colts know, then of course the rest of the league knows. And if the Colts could easily shut down Miami the way they did, taking nothing away from my dude, Lou Anarumo. Lou, what up? Good job, Lou. Good to see you. If the Colts could completely erase Tua and McD, what the hell is everybody else going to do to them? What are good teams going to do to them? These are all legitimate questions to me, and none of them reflect well on either Mike McD or Tua. And the fact that Tyreek Hill's personal and professional lives are both crumbling once again at the same time is not helping matters either. And if Miami fan is fed up, as Wiggins 139 is, if Wiggins and the rest of his folks are pissed off about this, they've got every right to be. Problem is, I can't give every Dolphin fan an Arena Club card. But you got a right to be angry. And it's only one game. That one game was a curb stomping at the hands of Daniel freaking Jones. They made Daniel Jones look so good that people were Indiana Jonesing him on social media like he's some kind of action hero now. The Dolphins made that knockoff Jim Carrey look like prime Harrison Ford.
Get off my plane.
So, of course, Miami fan has right to be pissed. And, of course, it's fair to say that Mike McDaniel is already on the hot seat after only one game. And the reason it's fair is because he is. And, again, I've always defended the guy. I'm not coming for the guy. But I can't believe how ill-prepared and how bad they were against the Colts. I thought he was going to be the first Dolphins coach to lead Miami to a playoff win since the 2000 season, which he nearly did. But given where they are right now, that sure as hell isn't going to happen. But you know what might happen? He might be the first coach to get fired this season. That could happen. Hey, Mike, when you say it absolutely can't get any worse, it can. So in the interest of self-preservation, you better coach them the hell up, and you better make sure they care, and you better find a way to handle New England this week. Because if the Pats do you at home in September, when the weather probably should be good, man, you're going to see what worse feels like. Hate to contradict you, my dude, but it absolutely can get worse. The only question is, how much worse?
I don't see how it could be worse.
Here's the thing, dude. I understand that as head coach, you got to be up there and be positive, and you got to see positive, and you got to find positive. But you got to find positive in something other than, well, it can't get worse. The hell it can't. The hell it won't. Oh, it'll get worse.
That can be a good thing.
0-1 is going to be your high point, my guy. It'll get worse. 0-1 is going to be the high